High School has expanded a program to address its learning gap, and it lets students voluntarily segregate by race.
The classes started back in 2019. Advocates say they can make students feel more comfortable and perform better at school. Emily Finn is joining us right now to explain. Emily.
Well, Adrienne, good morning. This is certainly an interesting one, sparking some debate. It is a voluntary segregation program that's being implemented at a high school right outside of our NewsNation Chicago studio in Evanston, Illinois. The program has actually expanded in recent years. This year at Evanston Township High School, almost 200 Black and Latino students signed up for core classes like math and writing for students of the same race. The so-called affinity classes are taught by a teacher of color and are intended to help Black and Latino students enroll in advanced curriculum. The school district superintendent told the high school's student newspaper the goal is to provide, quote, a different, more familiar setting to kids who feel really anxious about being in AP classes. While federal anti-discrimination laws ban public schools from mandatory segregation, education lawyers say the voluntary options don't apply. Evanston isn't the first school to try this. Actually, schools in Minnesota, California, and Washington state also offer elective classes that are race-specific. Civil rights attorney Robert Patillo argues the program in Evanston is healthy and enriching for students and can even make learning feel more comfortable.
You have to be able to balance both the educational aspects of it with the social educational aspects and bringing more children together and not trying to separate them out. And specifically, not preaching division and superiority or inferiority that we also often have saw previously, where you're saying that one group is just racially or religiously or ethnically superior or better to other groups. We're all equal. We're all the same, but we're just learning in different ways. And that does not make us different. It just simply means that these are the methodologies that are best for these particular groups.
But not everyone agrees with Patillo's assessments. Nationwide, fewer Black and Latino students enroll in advanced placement courses than white students and oftentimes do score lower on standardized tests. But the director of the National Education Policy Center, Kevin Wellner, says that he believes the segregated classes in high schools are simply a short-term solution to the racial inequalities he says minorities face in society as a whole.
The school district seems to be trying to respond to the resulting harm of larger inequities in the community, in the state and society by applying, a Band-Aid in the form of these voluntarily segregated affinity classes. And I see that as unfortunate, as an unfortunate Band-Aid that attempts to address those larger problems.
As we mentioned, the Evanston High School isn't the only school across the U.S. that's implementing similar programs. Other school districts around the nation will be closely watching what does happen in Evanston and what the impact is on students, test scores, and the districts. Adrienne and Markie.
And it looks like there's not actually an answer as to whether this is beneficial yet.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.